And welcome to my channel. If you're new here, then well, we do a lot of yapping, a lot of reacting, and today we're gonna react to more Let's Game It Out because I love him so much. And it's called I Crippled the Game by Building to the Heavens, the Satisfactory third video. I accidentally skipped this last time. I don't fucking know how and why, but I'm sorry. But here we are today, so I love you all. We're gonna make up for it. Okay, let's go.
Let's game it out. I am Josh and we are doing some Satisfactory today. Satisfactory is a game where you make efficient machines, or in our case, the dumbest machines imaginable. We started with normal-ish looking machines that had at least some semblance of order to them.
This is literally like an example of how not to be efficient.
Normal is like the last thing on the list though. So after getting the hang of it, we took an efficient procedure and made it a little extraneous. But at least you can kind of see what's going on here, right? It's taking raw copper, it's turning it into copper ingots, and then it's turning it into spools of copper.
Oh, God.
Easy peasy-ish.
Oh,
But not
God.
content with that, we went ahead and took it another step. And we took a rather easy process of making iron rods and iron plates and made it a little bit complicated.
I love
and
seeing
that's
him
pretty much
destroy
what we're gonna
games.
keep doing. Last episode, we also built the space elevator, which is this hulking beast right here. Space elevator demands a sacrifice to unlock new stuff. Right now it wants 500 modular frames and 150 motors. Those aren't so much hard to come by, so much as it's gonna take a while to produce them. So we're gonna make the machines that will do it all for us. Back at home base here, we also have a machine that will unlock different things as soon as we give it the right materials. Basically, we select one of these milestones here. We unlock it via the milestone cost, and then it'll unlock some select things. This one's pretty interesting. It'll unlock a tractor. I think we can either automate or hopefully drive it around. We have a machine that we're gonna use that we didn't use last time called
we're gonna grab that tractor and drive it around this fucking planet.
assembler, which we feed it 2 components and it'll make the stuff for us. That's going to require us to fix a couple of things though. Right now we have this cargo unit collecting both iron rods and iron plates. We're gonna have to separate this out so it's only feeding iron rods so we can push it through with screws to the assembler. But this disaster here starts a long way back. Let's take a quick sprint across this conveyor belt to show what a mess I've made over here. You know, I made this bed so I gotta sleep in it, but basically what happened is I have a bunch of machines way the hell over here making the rods and the plates, and I had them feeding all the way over to home base where we just were because I kind of wanted everything centrally located over there. So this stuff takes a pretty massive journey. I think it takes like 15 minutes to get from start to finish because it has to go through all this nonsense. So this is the beginning of the iron plates and the iron rods.
I thought the rocks on the floor were also the iron. I was like, oh, it fell on the floor, but no, it didn't. I'm just dumb.
It's this ore. We got 3 piles that get fed into these 3 machines here. They get shot out as to iron ingots here. They go into these 3 machines here, of which 2 of them are making plates and 1 is making iron rods. They all get pushed into this little merger unit here. All this stuff goes into this storage container, which then pops out the other end here and has that horrible, horrible journey in the background there. This game is all about efficiency for other people. For us, it's about taking this problem and making it worse. Oh, also, we're on an alien planet, ruining its ecology basically. So pretty much our first task is going to be to separate out the plates and the rods. And I can think of a pretty easy way to do that. We're just not going to feed rods into this thing anymore. For now, the rods are just going to pile up here. This thing is now only spitting out plates. Over time, the rods will disappear from this conveyor belt. And hey, you know what? Let's send these rods individually the only way I know how. Let's build an entire second conveyor belt system for them. All we gotta do is move this like that. The best part about the conveyor belt system in this game is it really lets you just put this stuff wherever you want. I think the idea is you can make it like diverse and normal and stuff, but that's not really what we do. So instead we abuse what they allow us to do. One of the comments I got was that we should try and see how high this thing can go, and I can think of no better way to do that than to try it on our blessed rods here. So like I think if we just do a U-turn like that, just making a nice coil of pipe here. The best part about this so far is I know it's gonna look terrible. So it turns out we're a little too close to the space elevator, and when that happens we actually can't keep building, and it turns out I can just reposition the space elevator.
Damn,
so if I just grab this whole thing,
though.
does it just disappear? Yep. There it goes. Okay, so let's reposition the space
elevator
a little bit farther away. Look at that, we get to watch it build again.
Hi,
there we
Dirty
go.
Dan,
just a little bit
welcome
further away.
in.
Surely I won't get close to it again. Still working on the tallest conveyor conveyor belt ever. While I'm working on it, let's go ahead and get the assembler set up. And we can have it building stuff while we continue to work on that. Okay, we'll just put our assembler down right there like that. We're gonna feed it these beautiful rods. So before we send it straight into here, we're gonna do something a little more awkward first. We're gonna use a conveyor splitter.
As if we weren't already making stuff awkward.
We're gonna send the rods into the conveyor splitter here. Here they come. One of these sides will indeed split rods right here into the assembler. Meanwhile, we're gonna set up a constructor over here, and we're gonna run one of the other splits right on over to the constructor. And we're gonna set this constructor to make screws. And then we will connect the thing that makes screws right on over to the assembler. Why screws, you ask? Here's our assembler, and we're gonna need to make all of these things. To make rotors, we need iron rods, which we're already making, and we're gonna need screws. And to make reinforced iron plate, we're also gonna need those screws. Because then eventually we're gonna need to make these modular frames that are also going to need reinforced iron plate. So it's just gonna do us a world of good to have a lot of screws going on. Right now I have rods and screws both going into the assembler, and now we're gonna set the assembler to make a bunch of rotors. There we go. Things are slowly feeding into this machine. The assembler's making them for us. Now we can watch as our beautiful rotors come out. And you know, actually no sense in stopping there. Let's set up another assembler so it can be working while we mess around with something else. And instead of having the screws feed into just this one machine, we're gonna erase this part. We're gonna put down a lovely splitter here. One of the screws goes over there, and the other screw goes into that assembler. I've also adjusted my 3 constructors over here to only make plate now, which you can see is filtering into this guy here. And we're gonna send that into the other end of this assembler, and we're gonna set this assembler to make reinforced plate. And now we can watch the miracle of life as our beautiful reinforced plate makes its way down the conveyor belt. Okay, brace yourself, because the frame rate gets real bad. I spent a few hours building this out, and I can't tell you how high you can build something because I never got there, but I can tell you that it can go at least this high. It kind of eclipses the space elevator at this point. Something tells me you can go a lot higher.
It looked a little crooked up close, but now it looks even. It looks a very clean looking cone, you know? How the fuck did he do that? Weird.
Up, but it's just the frame rate gets so bad that I just can't do much to get there. I have to like look away from the thing just to not get killed by the frame rate. Let me give you a quick tour of it. It's to my advantage to stare straight out at the beautiful scenery, because if I look straight up, this is what happens. Oh mercy. Hello slideshow. We gotta actually get these rods going somewhere, so I have to at least try to finish this conveyor belt in some way. Just gotta keep on climbing.
It's a glorified staircase.
It's pretty beautiful up here until you turn around and decide you want to see into the heart of the beast.
Conveyor belt slash elevator slash escalator slash stairs.
Yep, there he goes. There he goes.
Look at him tumbling.
We're actually too high to be able to just build anywhere else but back down the way we came. So that means let's pull out our guy.
I would like to give out a warning in chat to please behave. I obviously don't mind if you're a little crazy sometimes, but watch yourself.
Here, how far can I just launch this thing down? Pretty far, as it turns out. I'll just skip ahead because it's gonna be a lot of this. It's gonna be a lot of this 1 frame per second stuff. Look at that. Towards the bottom, you can see my handiwork. That's what's eventually gonna bring the rods back over to us. Millions of years when it finally gets through this whole cyclone. And for maximum irony, I've just run this thing in a straight path to where it's supposed to go. Now, the silver lining is we have all these plates we can use to upgrade stuff instantly. Not only do we have all those reinforced plates, but we also have all of these rotors. My god, this thing can basically blot out the sun now. That side of the map is now totally quarantined. We're gonna have to start building over here somewhere. Let's go ahead and unlock whole power. This sure sounds exciting. So let's give it some cabling and some copper wire and a bunch of rotors. There we go. Launch it. Well, would you look at this? We have a vehicles tab now. And there's our tractor. Well, let's build a tractor. Oh, look how cute it is. I'm gonna put it right here where I might not be able to get it out. There it is.
What does it do though?
I didn't realize we'd be able to see my little dude here. Dum-de-dum-de-dum.
That's a big ass.
Good, it has a horn. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, this is the life. And I'm stuck already. Maybe I can make it out right here, huh? Uh-huh. Yep, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Easy. All right.
He got it.
We can also locate coal now, which is what we're gonna do.
Driving expert. Fun fact, the developer asked the save specifically to further optimize their game. The tornado is also on Steam page. So many people have told me that, and that the developers were able to improve the game because of this particular run of Josh. That's so crazy. All right, time to watch some more.
Easy? All right.
It's
we
like
can
a
also
stress
locate
test, that's
coal now,
true.
which is what we're gonna do. Tell me where the coal
like
is.
stress testing
really?
the-
No coal anywhere.
stress
there's
testing the
coal.
game.
606 meters. Let's go, boy.
That's very near.
You know, I don't have enough fuel for this. Let's back up real quick.
another
I seem to have
goon
left the
just joined
gas
the
pedal
gun
going.
thing.
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait,
okay,
how?
it's fine. It's just hanging out over here. I guess it's making
parking
a home
itself.
for itself. I'm gonna let it have some alone
It's
time while I
alive.
get some
It's
more
alive.
fuel for it. I'm definitely gonna have to get rid of this thing at some point. I
He
can't
says that,
actually,
but it's in the-
like, play
it's in the
game.
next videos.
This thing here, like everything is
He even
just chopping
enhances
so
it.
bad. The next thing we're gonna upgrade is to the rebar gun. So let's go ahead and feed it all the things
Biggest
it wants.
lie ever
there we
told, the
go.
scam.
And launch. Let's go over here to our workshop and
another
build the
goon
gun.
that
All right,
just
rebar
joined
gun,
the
come to
gun
me.
of it.
Oh, look at that, huh? Here we go. Put a piece of oh wow. I'm just gonna fire it at my own equipment. Why not?
Ooh.
Yep, that's rebar, all right.
What's
Can't
a
wait to use my
rebar?
single fire rebar shooting thingy on a creature that didn't deserve it. All right, where's the car? Hello, car? You out here? Oh, there you are. Did you tire yourself out or what? Oh, geez, sorry. All right, we're nice and refueled. Let's get out of here.
Thank you so
There
much
we
for the
go.
follow,
There's
Beth
the coal
Cat.
heading straight towards it. Oh, it's just right over here. Why did I take the car for this? Whatever. Out of the way, nature. I don't care if there's a drop off. This
That's
is the way to the
cute.
coal. You tell me where the coal is, Oh, that's not good. You think the vehicle's gonna be okay? Yeah, I'm sure the vehicle will be okay. In heaven. Oh no.
Well, at least you take your
All my
car with you in
stuff.
heaven.
I like how it shows me where my body is. Like, I don't think there's any coming back from that, but I guess let's go check. Oh, how considerate. All my stuff is just right here. Hey, do you guys want to bring back the car
It's like
too?
your runes. It's like if you die in Elden Ring. Except in Elden Ring, if you fall off the side of a cliff, sometimes your runes spawn on the side of the damn cliff, and you have to jump down to get it again. And if you miss, you lose it forever. And it's like, why the f- did you fucking spawn it there? Like, why not even why? The amount of times that happened to me. It's not that many, but it's many enough that I just gave up. I just give up. I'm like, no. Because like you try to jump, and while you're sliding down the cliff, knowing you're going to die, you try to grab your runes. You try to grab your runes while falling, but then you miss it, and then you lose it anyway, and you're just like, but why?
Car would be nice. Well, while I'm out here, sans car now, I might as well see if I can find that coal anyway. Easy, guys. Easy, fellas. Damn it, that's where the coal is over there? Well, no wonder the car couldn't get over here. Is there any way over here? You know, I'm starting to think there's no way over there. Sometimes
He needs to make a conveyor belt to get to the other side. Is that possible?
around and I'm like, uh-oh, am I lost? Do I have like a guiding star or something? Oh yeah, I sure do. On the plus side, the Grand Cyclone
It's a
has
la-
finally
it's-
started
it's
to
a
deliver
landmark.
rods. Okay, so I restarted the game. That seems to have helped the frame rate a little bit. I mean, unless I look right at it, but let's just try not to do that. Before we go and build another Jeep and try to find that coal, let's start knocking out some milestones. We'll do this one just for the hell of it. It gives us Conveyor Belt Mark II, which is great and all. Transports up to 120 resources per minute, which is double the Mark I, which is what we're using right now. But like if we click over to tier 4 here, we already have Logistics Mark III, which will give us Conveyor Belt Mark III, which transports up to 270 resources.
Let's go.
Of course we're just gonna go straight to that, even though it needs like a bajillion motors, and I don't even know how to build those yet. But we'll learn. The motors though we do unlock, we just have to do steel production. We'll just go ahead and give Logistics Mark II all the things it needs, and launch. While we wait for the pod to return so we can do another upgrade, let's find the best place to put car number 2 down. Again, we're still looking for coal. Quick scan, let's see what we got. Let's see what's over here, 600 meters. That means we'll put the tractor right there. Look at that beauty. Oh, don't face me that way. Turn it around. There we go. I've got a good feeling
He's
about
struggling
this.
to play the game now. Oh my
What's
god.
this thing? Out of the way. Yep, there we go.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see.
Did it
Come on.
die?
Come
Or
on.
like
We'll just take the long way through the
No.
enchanted forest. How do
beautiful
I
forest.
get up to the coal? Are you guys gonna force me to come back with conveyor belts? Because I'll do it. Oh, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Ooh, good
They
driving.
don't seem to want me to get up there the natural way. That's fine. Let's head back to home base, pick up some supplies. Let's unlock another milestone. This
another
time we're gonna do
goon that'll
steel
just
production,
join
which
the
is gonna
god of
unlock
it.
all kinds of good stuff, actually.
Hi, Frosty. Thanks so much for joining. Welcome to the Potato Asylum, and I hope you have a lovely time here with us.
And launch. Look at this new stuff I have here. Miner Mark II. Look at these crazy materials it needs. Encased industrial beam, steel pipe, and then we've got this thing under smelters called the Foundry. Smelts 2 resources into alloy ingots. So we're gonna go climb up to that coal the old-fashioned way, and then we'll see about extraction. Whoa, what the hell? What is this? Looks like a crash site. Do we have any stuff I can take? Ooh, reinforced plate. I'll take that. What are these? Are these beams? Can I have this? Ooh, some motors. I like it. What about some body parts. You got any body parts around here? Press E to open drop pod. Let's see, this is where we find the bodies, right? Battery broken. Ah, geez. We need to charge this thing just to open it? That's fine, I just happen to have all the materials to put a biomass burner down right here. Ta-da! Okay, let's just give this thing a little power. There we go, and now let's... What's the problem? Oh, Jesus, are you serious? So we need something more powerful than that. Well, what if I hook up 2 of these things? Put a second burner right there. Put a power line right here. Connect this to that and this to that. 20 and 20, so 40 should do the trick. And now let's connect this power line to that. All right, nothing blew up. Let's see if that worked. There we go, operational again. Let's do this. Hello, what have we, a hard drive? Well, don't mind if I do. Well, we did it, boys. Close up all the resources, we're going home. I love that you can do this. I love that you can just suck up the whole factory, put it back in your pocket. All right, well, that was great. Let's go get that coal now. We'll analyze that hard drive when we get back. So we need to get up there. And if making that tornado has taught me anything, conveyor belts can get that done. There's no way, right, that I can just take a conveyor belt and just aim it straight up here. Conveyor belts is too long. Okay, we'll see about that. There we go. Totally sound, driven by physics. Let's finally take a look at this coal up here. It's like untamed country up here. Here we go. Look, it's beautiful coal, which obviously we're just gonna send down a conveyor belt, and that's just gonna go right here. There we go. And to power that, we're gonna put a, ooh, look, a coal generator. Burns coal to generate electricity for your power grid. Has an input so feeding coal can be automated. I have a great idea. We're gonna build a coal generator right behind it. So between these two things, I'm gonna put a conveyor splitter right about there. I'm gonna run a conveyor belt from the front of this thing into the splitter, and I'm gonna have the other end of this feed right back into the machine. Put a little power line right there. Connect this guy to here. There it goes.
It actually doesn't
and here
look
comes
that
coal
bad.
going this way. Goes into the splitter, heads right back in and powers itself. Oh yeah, that is fantastic. All right, we still got some stuff left to do, but I hope you enjoyed what I did this time around. That's gonna do it for this episode of Let's Game It Out. I will see you next time.
Nice. That was a very relaxing video for some reason. I was like chilling.